All right, I am so fortunate that on my podcast, I got to interview Jenny de St. George, and she is so smart. And for 4 decades, she has been an entrepreneur and a speaker, and she coaches people on how to be more successful. So I wanted to ask her, Jenny, why do you think in this world where we get so excited about potential, but potential doesn't equal results, how come some entrepreneurs are able to achieve more and get higher performance while other people get stuck?
Well, you talk about potential and performance, and we have to talk about two more P's, which are perfectionism and procrastination, which play a big part. But bottom line, the next P comes in, which is passion, because without passion, risk-taking doesn't happen. I'll tell you a very brief story in 30 seconds. When I walked out of an 18-year-old marriage, I took no alimony. I walked out cold. I had no money. And I was walking in town as a brand new speaker who was now going full-time, very little business. And I saw a French couture, beautiful, I still have it, gray suit in a window, and the dress store was going out of business. $800 on sale for $200. I had $300 in the bank account. And I stood in the rain looking at this, and I thought, if I'm going to get on stage as a speaker, I have to be dressed like a speaker. So I walked in, gave them a check, which left me with, because I didn't have a credit card, left me $100. I then went and hired a professional dresser, spent about $15,000, and I can't even remember how I paid for it, threw my entire closet out, and somehow that gave me the confidence to walk out on the stage. In other words, do you start from the outside in or the inside out? That they have that story. I think it's both, actually. And sometimes one has to dress the part to be the part. But if I was to say anything going from potential to performance, and I know Nike keeps saying, just do it. Guys, you've just got to do it, but break it down into pieces. I have a problem. I love making lists. If I do something that's not on the list, I have to write it on the list to write it off. My 2020 goal for myself is stop doing the damn list, just do the damn thing.
So Jenny, you talked about risk taking. So really quick, I want to go a little deeper onto this. How is it that someone can take a risk as an entrepreneur if they're scared?
I heard somebody being interviewed the other day, and he said passion is very overused. He called it focused energy, which I thought was absolutely brilliant. And I think if one gets focused, that the fear of risk-taking and failing is less. I think when we do this multitasking and we're scattered and we're running around and we're not focused enough, then we really don't, all our little things aren't on the same page. I think we sabotage ourselves. Oh, I will give you one tip that's worked for me as a recovering perfectionist, and I do it every day now, and it works. I lie in bed in the morning before I get up, and I tell myself, what is it that I have to do today? And I imagine myself doing it. Let's say I have to write a 3,000-word article, and I've been putting it off. I actually imagine myself doing it. I walk downstairs, and by the time I've got to the computer, it's like I just continued because I've already been doing it. It has got me, so I'm getting very active into visualization. And then it's like if it starts in the mind, the body just says, oh yes, I know what to do. And I follow it. It's been a huge turnaround for me to actually get things done.
Well, Jenny, thank you so much for being a guest on Cool Things Entrepreneurs Do. If anybody wants to hear the full interview, you can go to my website and find the interview with Jenny de St. George.
Thank you for having me, Tom.